Let's do the next quest. Echoes of an Echo. Given to us by Lise. In the Alamegan Quarter in the southeast. Let's go. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Mercy, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the Echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Aldine's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? This is for you, Papalimo. Hope you're watching, Papalimo. The first time, I think I said this in the video that I did for that fight. The first time she kept saying that in the fight, and I wasn't watching the cutscenes, I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, that's pretty. I like the whole. It's kind of like the. I thought it was like the Legolas. Oh shit! I have to change that. Hold on. I thought it was the Legolas versus. Is it It's camera settings, right? But is that in shit? It's mouse. No, it's character. Fucking I don't know. I want standard again. Activate standard auto flight auto drive. Disable camera pivot. What does that do? Whatever. I'm gonna go back to standard because nothing I was trying would. I kind of like being able to slowly back up. If I want to move a different direction, I'll move my camera that way. Ain't hard. Although the other setting might make getting out of shit easier. So, but it made targeting a lot more annoying. Targeting for healing, fine. Targeting for any attacks, like you had to actually make sure your character was facing that you were facing within the cone of your character's actual vision, not your camera. So. Yes, we're joining General Aldine. Thank you for the question. We are in the room where we fought... God, I had her name... Fordola, thank you. Where we fought Fordola. Behind this venue of the fight is all of those sarcophagus kind of sized containers. Similar to like Final Fantasy VII, when you look in that container, you see Genova, or some like maybe spawn of Genova, or some clone. But they're like that, and this also I think that's what we saved Kryl from. But there's a bunch of them on this circular platform. There's a bunch around the room as well. Still lit up red and menacing. We'll speak with Robon. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it. Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions and almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Lise walks off to do just that. I suppose we're gonna... It's a Magitech pod, so we will be inspecting one. Or maybe two. Maybe a couple things, who knows. Inspecting the Magitech pod. The device in which Kryl was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you, says an Ironworks engineer. To find another thing, I would talk to this flame investigator. If you investigate a flame, it's going to be hot. That's all I can tell you. He's looking out over a lot of bodies, it looks like. Yeah, a lot of body bags. So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Oh, it's a female. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Let's talk to Robon again. Probably a cutscene. I was going to say cutscene because Lise isn't here anymore. She'll probably walk it up. Yep, Arnvald and Alphino too. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Mercy, shall we start with you? And you do your diatribe. The screen goes up, black, back down. Alphino's thinking. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. I don't know why I'm having difficulty. I'm not intoxicated. I don't understand. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door, night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past... But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'll never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Ysaela was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Race Valor's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, and to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these gods-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. Keep faith, lass. Fuck. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Nods all around. Right. Quest turn in. Lise, Arnvald, and Alphino. Cutscene. I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Robon, yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Aldine is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth. Lise ponders a bit. Mercy, a moment, says Pippin, walking up. I'm newly returned from Ul'dah, with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Wish we had more scenes of him in battle. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Mercy. Right, Echoes of an Echo is completo. Just gil and experience points, as the past others have been. That's the end of this video because it's the end of the quest. I will see you next time for a Sultana's Strings. Toodaloo.